皆さんこんにちは、東京 MDG のKaiです。Hey everyone, it's Kai from Tokyo MDG.
And Andy back again. Alright, thanks.
で、本日のテーマはですね、アンディの、日本のマジック経験と
Some basic vocabulary, Japanese basic vocabulary for magic.
です。海外 MTG っていう番組がですね、始まった時からもうずっとこのアメリカのアンディっていうお兄さんがいつも僕のことをサポートしてくれていたんですけれども、いよいよアンディのね、アメリカにまた帰る時期がやってきました。すいません。Good game.
I'll go first.
下手になっちゃったかもしれないんだな、僕どうしよう。うわ、ちょっとこれシーワンドラゴンじゃないや。ね、この間ねめっちゃ泣いたよね、2人で。めっちゃ泣いたね。あんまり泣いてなかったけど。というわけで、今日がアンディの最後の番組になりますので、今日はアンディの日本でのマジックの経験についていろいろ話していきたいなと思うんですけれども、じゃあまずオタクっていうカルチャー、オタクっていうイメージってやっぱり日本とアメリカで随分違うんじゃないかなと思うんですけど。
So that's what I thought in the beginning, is that Japanese otaku were maybe like way more extreme than the ones in America, because they themselves call themselves otaku in the States. Like, wear shirts that say otaku and all that kind of stuff. But here it's a lot more accepted, I want to say. Like you have places like Akihabara or like whatever, any places like that. Like just outside the shop, we could find a place that sells figures or whatever for some sort of anime. So it's a lot more intense, I think, here. Like you can find it anywhere. It's way more acceptable, I suppose, as well.
っていうオタクの世界の中でもちろんこの MTG Magic the Gathering っていうゲームもあるんですけれども、なんか日本に来て初めて日本人とプレイした時に一番びっくりしたこととかってあったりします？
Yeah, I mean, you sit down and you can hear crickets chirping. Like it's so silent. Like I felt like I shouldn't breathe while playing or something, because everybody's so quiet.
ね、本当にクリケットなんでチッチッチッチッ。
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much
そうそう。
Which is kind of nice, because back home it winds up turning into like a school lunchroom. Everybody's talking louder to get louder than the other person, and it just gets like a little too much. So I find myself leaving stores for maybe 5 or 10 minutes just to like get away from all that sound sometimes.
はい、じゃあ、最後に、アメリカに住んでる、皆さんにこれがちょっとベーシックな日本語を教えていきたいと思います。やっぱりゲームが始まる時ってまずなんて言います？
Everybody always says, and this is the first thing you're going to hear when you play, is Yoroshiku onegaishimasu, which is basically like our good luck, have fun, let's play a fair game, something like that. It's just a nice way for everybody to kind of be in sync like with that whole like good luck kind of thing. But everybody says it at basically the same time when the judge or who's ever running the event is kind of done talking. So even if you just go at the same time, it'll sound fine. So you can get away with it. But just when you come here, that's the thing you're going to probably hear the most. I think I would say the most important thing to know with like Japanese magic in general.
あと続きましてそのマジックのステップについて話していきたいと思うんですけど、
because that's the thing that they do here that we don't do in the States. You say every single step that you're going into. So.
そうね。じゃあ初めからいきましょうか。はい、じゃあターン始まりました。
じゃあ untap. So you untap your lands. Same thing. Untap, untap. Pretty easy to remember. Upkeep. So upkeep. Anything that's going to happen during the upkeep, you say upkeep and kind of give your opponent some time to cast their spells or whatever. Knock your survival something back on top of your deck or whatever. And then draw step. Like these are all things. It seems kind of ridiculous.
似てるよね。すっごい似てる。
Yeah, they're just saying it. Yeah. So what?
次メインフェーズ。
Main. Yeah. So basically, like yeah, they say their main phase, but I think it's the one that's, you know, not really said the most. Like,
メインはあんまり言わないよね。
you would say everybody kind of knows, I think, after your draw step that you're in your main phase. And then you go to combat, which is combat, obviously.
コンバット。はい。
Yeah, and after that, what's next? Oh yeah, after combat's done, then that's when you would say like Daini main or your
Yeah.
second main. Like that's the time when you would announce a main phase when it's the second one. Normally, I don't hear people say the first main phase. And then obviously to round it all off, like end step, end step. It's basically the same. You could just even say it in English and they'll know because it's
そうね。まあエンドステップか、まあエンドって普通に言う人もいるしね。でもこのフェーズは全部やっぱりもともとまあ英語の言葉をただねカタカナに、変えただけなので割と似てます。なので多分まあ日本人でも普通にねアメリカ人がなんかkeep draw step とか言っても多分聞き取れるのでそこは多分あんまり問題ないけどでも一応まあ一回聞いた方が良かったんじゃないかなみたいな。
even things like counter, like counter. It's the same.
そうだよね。
It's the same thing.
マジック簡単だね。
Right, right. It's seriously, it's not so bad. So, a last bit of advice for people that are going to be coming to Japan, not just Americans, but anybody watching this video that's going to come. Just be relaxed. Like it is a very different environment here, but it's fun. Everybody's still playing the same game. It's just in a different language.
まあ日本人噛まないからね。たまに噛むけどね。
don't be intimidated or anything like that. Everyone here is really really nice, and there's the Japanese English efficiency is good enough that you shouldn't run into many problems, especially with something like Magic, because the game started in English, and everybody knows at least enough to get by with anybody from around the world, and that's why everybody plays this game, right?
そうね。せーの。Quick question time! 本日の質問はこちらです。OK? はい。
やっぱ強くなりたい場合にはやっぱその楽しんでやることが一番かなと思います。はい。
I guess more for beginners because I don't really play super intense, but it's a great game. You may be very poor playing it because it's hard not to want to buy cards, but I mean, do it to have fun. It's hard to you get lost in the competitiveness sometimes, but have fun.
Magic's a fun game. It's not an investment. It gets expensive sometimes, but you got to keep with it and borrow some cards from some friends, proxy some cards. Don't listen to what everybody says. You can proxy. It's cool.
これが海外 MTG でしたがいかがでしたか。これからこのシリーズが毎月アップされるんですけれども次回もまた楽しみにしてくださいね。あとは東京 MTG ウィンテージオープンやボックスオープニングのビデオもありますのでそこも見てくださいね。まあ気に入ってくれたら LIKE やコメントまたはチャンネル登録もお願いします。以上東京 MTG のKaiでした。 See you guys. This was Kai from Tokyo MTG. Thank you.